Welcome to I'd Back That with Gloryhoundd. And
DrGloryHogg and not Greg Dickson.
that's right, we got rid of that guy. I mean,
He got the boot, or he's
well,
working. I
I
don't.
mean,
One
he's
of those
doing
things.
like legit things like, you know,
I'm just trying to get
making.
rid of Derek Funkhauser, and the only way to do that is to get rid of Greg Dickson.
No, I don't think that's how that works at all.
The only way to get rid of Funkhauser is to get rid of Dickson, and then they'll just both go away. It's like a 2-for-1.
A 2-for-1 special?
Yeah, and then I'll get more
No.
Martin Poole on here because I'll get rid of Funkhauser, and then we'll be good. That's what we want. We want some class. Bring some of that
Class
British,
it up in
that,
here?
that classic British class.
I don't know.
Hip hop, cheerio, and
We're
all
gonna
that.
we're gonna miss not having Greg on here though today. Like, yeah, see Derek Funkhauser's like, what? Yeah, we're gonna miss not have him on here especially because we have our first game that we're gonna talk about is a 2-player game,
What?
and he loves playing 2-player
Yeah,
games with
I
his
know.
wife. So like, I'm so super sad about this, but you know. Oh well, let's get on to the show.
Who cares? Win some, lose some.
We miss you, Greg.
I guess
Okay.
he's more like he's hooked on work.
Oh, hooked on work.
Those are bat wings. Andrew wants to know if those are bat wings, and they are.
They are. I have a
Uh,
bat
uh,
on my head. It's very cute. See?
I have a spider behind my head.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I'm not supposed to mention them. It's supposed to just casually happen.
Yes. Yeah, that's casual. That's casual Halloween play, okay?
Oh my gosh, the Halloween's happening.
I love Halloween so much. I hate that I love you. I feel the same, Derek. I feel very much in my heart the same, okay?
Well, Scythe Andy wants to know if Greg is just exhausted from the butt kicking he got inside yesterday. We did some Rise of Fenris, and he did get beat bad. I'm not going to say by who. He tried to end the game, and it was like, cool, dude, end the game. You got no points. So
All right. So, our first game that we have up today is Highway to Hell. Highway to Hell is by Red Joker Games. It's for 8 plus, 2 players only, 30 to 40 minutes. So, what were your first impressions on this game?
first impression, the music did not match this video. It starts off super mellow. You guys have to watch this video. It's like super mellow, and it's going along, and I'm like, all right. And it's like 30 seconds in, and then it's like, oh, here's a car. This whole game's about cars. What's this butterfly? Like, what's happening? Like, it took forever. And then, like, the hardcore music they added in, like, when they're explaining the game very briefly, was just,
Yeah.
I never thought I'd ever say this before, but, like, it wasn't metal enough. Like, and I'm not a heavy metal guy necessarily. I mean, I like metal,
Well, if
but
you have Highway to Hell as your main name for your game, like I am expecting death metal
something.
stuff. Like,
Can you just steal Crazy Train? Like, is
You
Ozzy
can't
still
steal Crazy
is
Train.
he still cognizant enough to stop you?
You
Like,
can't
lawyer
do
up?
that. You can't do that.
All aboard!
No. Other than the crazy music, what else did you like?
So it's an interesting. I like the art. I do like the art style of this and the way they. I mean,
The art
look at
is
that.
very cute.
Look at that Joker there.
And I liked the idea of it, of having like this post-apocalyptic world. It's very Road Warrior, where you're,
Literally. I mean, one of the tier levels is like
is
the
Road Warrior. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's like all from the most recent Mad Max Fury Road.
Right. So you're going through and you're like patrolling in this post-apocalyptic world. I like the fact that you get to pick like your little person that you have in your car, that you get to like pick your little car and like trick it out and stuff, and you get cards for that, kind of upgrading it. That part of this like game I love.
Yeah.
I'm super sad though that it's a 2-player game. And usually Greg is here to talk more about 2-player games and stuff like that, but that's like I don't know. I don't know about the 2-playerness of it.
Yeah, I was actually pretty disappointed myself when I saw that it was a 2-player game.
Yeah.
Because I guess my problem is that we'll play 2-player games, but I guess I'm just at the level now where I expect a game to be epic and to scale. And that's like
Yeah.
really something simple. So I expect it to be good at 2 and at 4 and hopefully at odd numbers also. A lot of games kind of miss that odd number section. But yeah, I was a little disappointed that it wasn't bigger. Like I was like, oh, this is not one I can invite people over to play. Like it's literally just dueling, and I either have no people or 3 people. I never have 2 people or 4. Like it's either I
That's
have
very
nobody to
true.
play or I have all the. Either we're like what can fit 7 players or I have like no players.
Well, the other thing on this that I thought was really unique is the speed levels on here, and how when you choose your speed,
Yeah.
those are the type of cards that you're going to be getting. And I thought that was a really interesting mechanic, and I'm interested to see how that works throughout the game. like in an actual gameplay because I did not get a chance to actually play this game at all. But I don't know. I think it has a lot of really interesting and neat mechanics, but I'm still just tied up in that two-player portion of it. I'm like, man, I want to play with four players, and I want it to be like battle royale, where
Yeah.
like you're trying to
Because it's just
race
a
to
race with
things.
for two people.
Yeah, this is just a race, and it seems almost like there's like not that much player interaction between your two vehicles
No,
as
it's
far as
more
just
like
racing to get there, but then
yeah,
like
you're
that's
just
it.
it's racing to get through the challenges. It seems like more than it is dueling it out. Like, yeah, I mean, I want to drive your car off a cliff. Like,
Right. No, I
and I
want
want
to
to win this
impede.
game too.
I want to impede what you're doing and then like take your stuff or, like that makes me sound horrible.
Oh. Whoa, she takes whatever she wants.
That makes me sound super horrible.
Makes you sound super accurate. Well, I'm glad
Well,
it's at least. I have to say, I'm glad it's at least funded because I think it's one that I'll check out. I just don't know if it's one that I'm gonna rush to kickstart.
yeah. Well, I mean, you do have the player rule book and everything that you can take a look at. And to be honest, it's not badly priced at all. I
No, it's
mean,
not bad.
you're looking at $26, $38 for everything, which gives you like your expansions and everything, which for this game I would probably go for the $38 thing because they do have the extra bad guys and stuff in there like
Yeah,
with
if
the
you're playing two-player
expansions.
game, I feel like you need that extra random stuff. Like you need more. Otherwise, you'll just get bored with it quickly.
Right.
If you're buying a two-player game, I definitely suggest going with any kind of expansions it has. Yeah, I just don't think this fits in our wheelhouse. I don't think this fits into something that you and I will sit down to play a bunch.
I think so too. And that's kind of sad because I was interested in the game, but I just don't think for two players that this particular one is for me. So I'm going to say, Dr. DrGloryHogg, would you back that?
No. I mean, I might pick up a retail version of it if I find it, out in the world or something. But I think at two players for the post-apocalyptic, I have Wasteland Express. Like, I want to play that big, huge. Like, if I'm playing post-apocalyptic games, I want the actual car that I can like upgrade, like item meeple style, or I want just a little bit more to it. And I just don't super dig two-player only games. I don't mind playing two-player, but it has to expand up to more. Otherwise, I'm just kind of like, why?
I think so too. And I think I would have liked something that had a little bit more of where you're affecting other people's boards and what's happening. And then also, too, like I've already been looking for Kickstarters for next week. I found another Road Warrior game that I was like, bah. So I'm going to have to say I'm not going to back this one. But I think that if you really like two-player games, this is probably a good fit for you because it's hard to find just those two-player games. And if
Yeah.
that's what you really like to play with just you and another person, then this might be right in your wheelhouse because you don't have a lot of like mean things happening back and forth.
So
It
do you think
sounds
it's
like.
going to be good for like a more of a casual player too, or do
I
you think
think
it's going to be too
so.
complex
Oh
for?
no, 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 no! It's gonna be too complex. This is not a gateway game. This is not like. No, this is a gamer's game. The
Okay.
mechanics in it, like, and fitting everything, and yeah, no, no, no. This isn't a gateway game. This is a gamer's game. But if you're looking for the two-player aspect and you're looking for something that isn't going to be super combative at two players, because sometimes when you're playing two players, it's so much back and forth that it can become like strenuous to play with the other player.
Yeah,
You know what
it's
I'm
like
saying?
a straight up fight where like when you're
Right,
done,
exactly.
you're
You're like,
like, cool.
oh, this game's
I'm gonna go sleep in the other room.
nice, but
Yeah,
I hate you now. Thanks for playing with me, jerk.
yeah. Good job winning. I hope you have fun sleeping in the other room.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I think this will be great for that. Next up, we have Kill Merlin.
Murder that Merlin.
Kill Merlin is by Schumann Family Games. This is for 13 plus, 2 to 4 players, and it lasts about 30 to 90 minutes. Now, this was a really interesting game that I came across because one, I really enjoyed the idea of this game. I thought, oh man, this is cool. Like, there's all these wizards here. And you're a wizard and you hate Merlin because he's like putting the stomp on magic.
Well, he's
And,
so
like-
unpredictable. And he's all powerful. So he's just
So you're like,
doing
we're
stuff
going to get rid of
willy-nilly.
this guy and then we're going to take over.
Yeah.
And I thought that was such a fun idea.
right because you're like this aspiring wizard, and you're like, you know what, Merlin's so unpredictable, and he's all over the place. Like the only way I can actually become a good wizard and make money, I'm assuming, it would be to kill Merlin.
Right, right. And did you look a bunch into the mechanics of this game? Like, this is
Hmm.
really interesting. So,
Yeah.
at first, when I was looking at it, I was like, oh, okay, you're just putting down a bunch of stuff and like buying cards, but that's not the case. What you're
No.
doing is you're trying to maneuver yourself in the different areas, was like earth, wind, air, fire,
Yeah.
spells to get the right ones in order to kill Merlin. But you can't just go in there and be like, I claim these ones and then I win.
Right. No, you have to start on the inside and then work
Yeah.
your way up. So you have to decide what path you're going to take, which spells you're going to retain, and then you also get energy. So you can only cast 5 of these spells, I believe is the number. So, you got to be really careful on which spells you're going to cast and when. And it seems like the spells are all geared towards messing with other players or giving yourself some kind of distinct advantage.
Right.
So it's like you got to be like, okay, well, if I only can do 5 total spells, which ones am I going to waste them on or use essentially? And then how fast can I get to the spells I need to? And it sounds like everyone's kind of got to go to different places. So you never quite know how close the other person is.
Well, and I like that because you're using the cards not only to try to remove the other players from getting Merlin, but also so you can go ahead and get Merlin yourself. So it makes you kind of make that hard choice in your hand where you're like, man, like should I affect this other player or should I go for the main goal? And I really like games that make you choose between those two things where it's like,
Yeah.
do I put somebody else behind or do I just try to chance it and then take out Merlin myself? Because
Right. That's like kind of like villainous where you're like, okay, well, I want to win, but like if I don't stop you, you're going to win this turn. And so kind
Yeah.
of you have to kind of change your game plan and like set yourself back.
yeah, I thought this was really interesting. This one is up for $49.
Yeah. It's $49.
Yeah. What do you think of this game?
So I think this is going to be a good one that you could play with because it seems like it's easy enough. The thinking part is how to maneuver and when to use your spells.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this one I actually enjoyed because it looks like it's something that we could play with our kid, the 8-year-old, or scale it up, and it'll still be fun for both adults and kids at the same time.
Okay, the art in it is pretty cute.
The art's good, yeah.
I didn't know if this felt like, what is it, like a $50+ game or something though?
Yeah,
Because it's cards and a board, and I was like,
right. The pricing seems a little high for what you're getting because you're only really getting like what 4 little meeples essentially that look like wizards if the stretch goals happen, and then cards and a board like you said. You're not getting a whole bunch of stuff, so I don't really know why it is so expensive at $49.
yeah, that was, I think, one of the drawbacks for me. And
That's the only drawback I see for this game is the overall pricing.
right, because like the maneuvering through the game and everything seems really fun. Like that seems like something that I would be really interested in. The other thing on this, just as a note for everybody, this is a first time creator, which we love first time creators very much, but you always have to be a little bit kinder with them because sometimes they don't have all of their I's dotted, T's crossed because they don't actually know that some hurdles are coming for them in the process because this is their first time doing it. So expect delays whenever you back these sort of games because with a first time creator, there's probably going to be a hurdle that they did not think about that is going to delay this game. That's not a reason not to get it because there's plenty of first time creators that do wonderful, wonderful work. But how would you back this, Dr. GloryHogg?
That's tough. I think if it was $39, yes.
It was so if it was at 40.
Yeah, at $49, I think I feel like I want something more to it. I feel like the game's going to be good. Let me be very clear. I feel like the game's going to be good. I just don't want to spend $50 on it.
Right.
Maybe after I played it a few times, but for $50, you can get so much for $50. I mean, maybe if you're willing to think of it as, well, their first time, maybe they're kind of fluffing it up a little bit to cover some of those problems that they might have.
Yeah.
And you're feeling a little generous. I think it's going to be a good game. I think I'm going to eventually pick it up. I just don't know if I'm going to pick it up at $50.
Yeah. This one's a tough one for me because I really am interested in this game. I'm going to have to think about it. I'm still undecided on this game because it looks really good. And I'm just, like I said, I'm a little iffy about the price, but I like the mechanics a lot in this one.
And the overall theme. I like
Yeah,
that
and
they
the
had
overall
a whole
theme is
montage,
fantastic.
people going, and with this spell, I kill Merlin. So it looks like people are having a lot of good time playing it. I think it's going to be a fun game, and I want to play it.
I think so too.
I just want to play it when it's like 40 or less.
Daniel also says hi. Hi, Daniel. Hi.
Oh yeah, I'm going to kill that Merlin. Daniel knows what's up.
So yeah, so I'm gonna stay
Don't name
undecided.
your kid Merlin. I might kill him.
Well, I don't think many people are calling their kids Merlin.
They
I
should.
mean,
There's some archers out there, and that's not the same. But
that's better. If you name your kid Archer, that's all win.
yeah.
Just as a note.
Yikes.
All right, next up
Just
we
don't
have.
name him Derek.
That's true. There's too many Dereks out there.
There's
Too
at least
many.
2, and that's way too many.
We have Hero Master. Now, Hero Master is by the Noble Artist. This is for 14 plus, 2 to 4 players, and lasts about 45 to 60 minutes. What did you think of this one?
This one looked really funny.
This one looks so hilarious.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it looks really, really funny. I like the idea of it that you're like not the heroes. You're kind of like the guys that are still gonna go out though. You're the heroes that nobody asked for or wanted.
right.
But
It's
you're
like
still gonna go out.
I feel like you're like the villager, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna do some hero work now.
You're kind of almost more like the heroes from like Mystery Men, right? The movie where you're just like, and what's your hero? I'm the bowler. I'm the spleen. Like you've got powers, but they kind of suck. These are like adventurers that, I mean, they know more than the average farmer maybe, but like
Right.
they still suck.
Well, Derek says that there are never enough Dereks, I guess,
You should
apparently.
have named your kid Derek.
I think there's
then.
only one evil Derek,
Your
one good
co-design
Derek, and that's it.
project.
That's all the Dereks I can handle. One evil
If you're
Derek,
gonna co-design a kid anytime soon, please name them Derek, and at least spell it Derek, which is the only proper way to spell it.
you
Which that
you
we can both agree
co-design,
on
and
it.
then the female 3D prints that for you. It's like, yeah,
Oh.
that's how that works.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, technical info.
I guess, and then like the husband does the play testing. I just nope.
It's not that type of show, sir.
Just not gonna
Okay,
go
so-
into that and how that works.
With this game, I love the fact that this is like a semi co-op because you want to get things done in this game, but you just want to be leader and you want to get the most loot, but you don't really want to help anybody, but you kind of have to get through the dungeon, but you're always trying to squabble and like take leadership and stuff.
This reminds me of that Gloomhaven campaign we played where it was like, I think I'm gonna die, and I'm like, hold on, I need to collect all these coins first.
That's exactly how
It's
that
kind
works.
of like, well, I mean, I can either collect these coins or heal you.
It's fine.
I'm just
It's
gonna
fine. I mean,
pick up these
we're
coins.
almost at the end of the game, so if you die, like, you get revived later. So
It's fine. Yeah, it's the old battle loot philosophy from World of Warcraft,
That's
right?
right.
Where you're like,
That's
the
right.
party's
You-
dying. You're like, I could heal or I could
you
loot
could
this
get that
weapon.
loot though, and that loot is important.
This will help me heal you better next time.
Well, I liked that aspect of the game. I like how it has sort of like an Adventure Time card feel to it. The art in
Yeah.
it is very Adventure Time. So it fits right into that theme there.
Or that Trogdor type of kind of like real simple, silly art.
Right. And this one here, like, you can go all in with custom dice, metal coins, and
Mats.
and play mats.
Yeah.
This is one of the ones that usually on a very social fun, game, I'm like, I'm not gonna get the extra stuff. But on this one, they have like so much good extra stuff with the playmat, the coins, the dice,
Mhm.
that I'm like, ugh, I really want to get all the extra stuff for like.
She's
What
always
was
a
it? It was
sucker
like
for coins.
it was $20 more or something like that. It
I
wasn't
don't
very
even want
much.
to tell you how many dice projects she backs on Kickstarter on a monthly basis.
Don't talk about my dice
We
habits.
literally
Okay.
through away like 30-ish dice the other day
No
just to get
talking
rid of
about
them.
my dice
And then
habits.
I've looked and she's like backing 3 more dice projects. It's out of control. It's just even like dice games. Doesn't like them.
That doesn't mean I don't need dice to help count things. Okay.
Yeah, because like she used to say, it's for the RPGs we play, but then we haven't played one in like 3 years.
We're
so
gonna
she
play
stopped that.
RPGs, and in the future, when I need them for RPGs, they're gonna be there. So
Right.
don't come to me whenever you need dice for your RPG.
That's why I stockpile
okay?
food and
That's
stuff.
all I'm
Because
saying.
in the future, when the apocalypse happens,
Okay. So with this particular game, would you back that?
yeah, I would.
You would?
Yeah, I think it's worth backing. There's enough like kind of little extras that I think it's worth it. I don't know if I'm all in on the coins, but that's only because I'm all in on scythe coins right now, and I'm all about those coins. So I don't know if I need coins from another source right now. I'm just going to use scythe coins for everything, And then whenever we get that brass game, then we got the poker chips. I feel like we'll be set.
This reminds me of like a Red Dragon Inn style game where you're going to sit down with your friends and you're going to hang out and play, and it's not going to be a super serious game, but it's going to be fun and it's going to be social. And I'm always looking for those sort of games for game night, because you start with like your harder games, then you go like easier as the night goes on, as people get tireder, but it keeps the energy up whenever you're playing. So I'm gonna have to say I would like to back this. I think I'm gonna back this.
All right, so we're agreed. I think we backed this one.
All right.
I really want to back Kill Merlin. I just don't want to spend $50 on it, just as a FYI.
Yeah, because like the
Because
difference.
that's my number one. That's the one I want to back the most is Kill Merlin. I just really, really don't want to back it at $50.
And here's the difference, guys. So like with this one, you're getting a boards, and a bunch of cards and stuff like that, and it's like $10 less. I mean, it might be, it's like $12 less or something. It's quite a bit less. It's within that.
And if you go with the
40
deluxe
range.
edition, the deluxe edition does has like coins and mats and
Yeah, but with
like
the deluxe
colored dice
edition, you're
and
getting
everything.
so much more.
I think you're getting a coloring book with that too. Like you're getting so much. Yeah, you're getting a lot for the same price.
Yeah,
or
so
very similar price.
out of the two, I mean, sadly, like this week, if I have to pick just one,
Yeah.
I mean, Hero Master's pretty good. We got one more to talk about,
I'm glad that Kill Merlin at least is funded, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So it's still going to get made. I feel like it's one I'll pick up eventually.
Absolutely. All right, so for our last one today, we're squeezing in 4, and we're going to try to start doing 4. So we might start running a little late, guys, but it matches what I'm doing on another program. So this is Welcome to the Jungle.
Welcome to the jungle.
I'm actually, I'm not going to show their video because their video is just lots of them talking. So,
well, what's funny about their video?
FYI,
go ahead.
which is not the best thing to do. Like, if you're going to talk about your game,
that should be the second video.
It should be like a voiceover, or because we want to see like your game, not like you talking and then one shot and you talking and one shot. Like, I want to see the gameplay and what you're talking about as you're talking about it.
No, I agree. I think that we're kind of done with that on Kickstarter, where you're just sitting there behind a camera talking, right? Like, definitely kickstart my project where I sit behind a camera and talk into a mic, but nobody else's. So basically what I'm saying is I just realized I was just describing myself. I think most people are done with that. Like, I don't want to see that video. I want that explanation to be lower down. But the funny thing about this video is the guy on the left,
he's
with the blonde
super
hair
like
and the eyebrow
aggressive
piercing.
and pumped.
No,
like,
you know who he is?
Who?
So they're from New York. I think at least one of them is. He reminds me of Pettigrew. Was the same way. Would always talk the same way. He's like, hey, and this and this and this, and then you like always with the hand movements and stuff. And you're like, dude, you're like super. Like, I bet he'd be really funny to hang out with. He reminds me of Pettigrew from the army, though. He's just totally like in your face, hands moving all the time.
Well, this particular game I thought was really interesting because this is like, I feel like Good Critters meets Area Control game.
I was kind of thinking that too, because Good Critters was such a good game, and this is kind of, it's not similar, but it is. You're animals fighting for King of the Jungle.
Right.
So kind of similar art directions in a way, I guess, if you will, as far as being animals instead of people, which can make it more kid-friendly versus something like an Area Control, like Sons of Anarchy.
I don't think this is kid-friendly. I don't
No,
know. This is 14 plus.
I don't, right. I'm saying you could gear it that way a little bit more.
It's really interesting, though, everything that you can bid on. I thought that was the most interesting part of this game. Like, everything starts with bidding, and then you're bidding if people are going to be attacking each other and, like, who's going to fail, who's going to win. Like, there's so much bidding in this game and ways to get resources and everything. I think that's going to make a really interesting game.
So did you like the roulette in the very beginning where you spin it?
The wheel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Yeah, see, I hate it.
Yeah?
I don't... It's 100% just luck based. Like, it reminds me of going back to playing something like Chutes and Ladders or something where I'm just spinning a thing.
It is, but it brings in that gambling sort of feel to things where, I mean, you don't have to bid a whole lot, but
I guess I'm bad because I'm not a gambler.
It makes you like this gambling gangster,
I gambled on
you know?
but I don't know if I want to gamble again.
Well, obviously you did a good job, so.
I already hit the jackpot. Yikes. This got intense.
We'll RPG with you, Derek. Yes, let's do that.
As soon as I said we never play RPGs, then Jim Miller from Crit Hit gets on, and I'm like, awkward.
So we want to play Pugmire. We want to play Pugmire, Derek.
We need the doggies and dungeons to get here.
Yeah, we back doggies and dungeons, doggos and dungeons, dungeons and doggos, something like that.
Dungeons and doggies, I think.
But yeah, I have the Pugmire campaign. I want to play that.
And painted polygons.
Yeah. We're all about the Kickstarter backings. But anyway, welcome to the jungle. So on here, like, what?
Jim's like, where's the button to make DrGloryHogg do a striptease? That button's on Patreon, my friend, which is not set up.
That's going to be on our soon-to-be Patreon account.
I will get naked for money or put clothes on for money, whichever. I'm open to both options. Basically, I just need money.
Well, this particular one here, I was very excited about as far as area control in the game and then all the different ways to do the bidding. I love area control games. Oh, my God.
So I guess
so much fun.
My big question for this, because it does look interesting, like as the territories get more
intense. You're getting your
intense,
weapons. You're fighting with people. You're bargaining. Like,
right.
I mean, you're bidding on what's going to happen to people.
I really want to know how it plays at 2 players, though, because area control is always weird with 2 players.
That's true.
But I mean, it does go up to more. I guess my big question for this game is, why is it not funded?
I think it's because of their video and their presentation.
You think it's that much that it just kind of...
I don't know. Mark Street looked at this, and I watched his thing on it, and I liked it. You're right, though. I mean, they have not gotten a bunch of love on this game. This is a first-time creator, too, so they might just not be going through the right avenues to get the funding that they need for this.
But, you know, like, because Board Game Spotlight covered this. They did a preview.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I watched that to get more of an idea about the components and everything,
right.
even though it didn't have Lizzie in it, which is the best part of that show.
That's a good question for our listeners is, like, why wouldn't you fund this game? Because, I mean, it seems like they got a lot of solid stuff going on in it, and you can even play this game on Tabletopia right now.
Right. I was just surprised when I looked at it that it's like not funded. Like, is it too high? Like their target goal too high or something? Like
maybe.
I mean, what is it?
It's like
32,000.
$60. Is it like a $60 game? Did I not put the money in for this one?
Didn't.
I didn't. That's rare.
I think it's right there, right? No, it's that one.
No, I thought 45. It was 45 to 60.
Yeah, it's the 45.
Because this one's going to give you all like the extra Kickstarter
for
stuff.
$45,
where this is like the normal one.
So once again, Kill Merlin $50 for cards. This one's 45, and you're getting a board, a lot more tokens, really nice art.
Right.
I just don't understand. Maybe $45 to get up to 32,000 would take a while. I wonder why their goal is so high. Is like they need to have like that much of a discount on the components to sell it for 45.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Like it seems like it should be doing better. I don't know how these crime ones do, though, because like you had Godfather, you had Sons of Anarchy. All those ones were considered good games.
Yeah.
They're on people's list of like
are you saying
talked about games. I don't know if the crime games sell as well. Like Good Critters is good, but I mean it's also cheap, so people can just buy it and it's super inexpensive.
That's true.
So is it the crime genre? I mean, because there's other crime games. There's like the Heist that's coming out that we covered, and there's Chronicles of Crime. I mean, you sell more Sherlock games versus, I guess, where you are the criminal games, maybe. Narcos is coming out, which is supposed to be really, really good.
Okay, so would you back that?
I don't know. That reel really throws me off. I feel like I would have to spend some time with it on Tabletopia with 2 players to see if it'd be worth it. And then maybe with 4 players. I need more on this. I do need to play it, I think, to back it at 45.
Yeah. I would love to back this game because I think it has a lot of really interesting concepts in it. I don't know why it's not funded.
Yeah, and
I have no idea.
I have to admit that does make me more nervous.
The biggest thing for me,
then you're not going to get any cool bonuses or anything either if it's not funded, right? You're not going to get any stretch goals or anything. You're just going to get either you're going to spend $45 and get the game, or you just might not get the game. And it's only got a couple days left.
See, Daniel says this one got a lot of visibility elsewhere online, but he had no idea that it launched.
Okay.
So they might not have just hit the right avenues to get the promotion they needed for this, because they did have videos from like a lot of credible people at the end,
right,
and stuff that talked about the gameplay or doing like little previews and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, like, but their leading video was not good at all. Like, I did not like their leading video.
It didn't bother me, but it's not what you're used to.
Here's the other thing too: they didn't put up that video right away either, because whenever I originally looked at this, it was just the picture of Welcome to the Jungle and then no video about the game, and that might have hurt them as well.
Oh, really? And I know what's interesting is the video seems like it was released onto YouTube first.
Yeah.
Like, because it's talking about when their Kickstarter is going to launch at the very end and everything.
Yeah.
So it makes me feel like they had the video. Why wasn't it on there sooner?
I don't know. I think
they've got
it did
amazing
hurt them
art.
in the long
So
run.
why didn't they just showcase the art? Like, that's what I want to see. and like you said, showcase the art, moving around and everything. Like I wanted to see more of that than just them. They can explain it still,
Yeah,
but
absolutely, absolutely.
yeah, I don't know. That should have been like their
I
second or
don't
third
know.
video, I
I don't
think.
know. But, you know, if you're interested in this idea and concept of the bidding and like the little gang wars and stuff like this and here in the area control, I would say this would be a good one to back, or at least play on Tabletopia first, see if you like it, and then go and make your decision after.
I
Because
do.
it's at a good price and everything, guys.
Yeah, and I hope it funds. I think area control is probably one of my least favorite
Yeah, I think
concepts.
it's just the first time creator, and they made a few mistakes on their funding.
They might do
to
better
get
if they
their funding.
relaunch it too, because there's just a lot of
Yeah,
really big heavy hitters that are going right now, and if nobody has seen them, that's going to be a problem.
yeah, that's true. All right, well, that is our show for today. Where can we find you at it?
DrGloryHogg. I'm on Instagram if you want to see what
Yeah.
we're up to. I'm going to post some more Rise of Fenris pictures, hopefully with no spoilers. If you want to see, if you want to hear what's going on in game news, that's probably would be Twitter or, of course, Facebook at Derek Ryder. Or you can just search DrGloryHogg will pull me up. And we're all over the place. Wherever you see her, I'm probably somewhere either behind the camera or in front of the camera. Sorry.
Right. Also, a really fun little thing. So, I'm doing Kickstarters now on Board Game Breakfast for the Dice Tower, which is awesome. But this is the really cool part, guys. If you want to tune in to Dice Tower on Monday and see what we're going to be talking about on Friday, I'm making them totally fluid so you can get a preview of what I'm going to talk about on Monday. And then on Friday, we're going to go in depth and discuss all the games. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, because Board Game Breakfast is like a few minutes only.
Yeah, because
As
I
far
only
as your
get like
segment-wise.
3 to 4 minutes to do that. So
Yeah.
I was like, bam, bam, bam. This
So
is
it's
what
just
we're talking about.
like, hey, this is what we're going to be talking
And
about more in depth on
I
Friday.
love talking about in depth in Kickstarters and
Oh, yeah.
helping you guys find something that you love and want to play through like all of the Kickstarters out there. So if you guys want a preview to that on what I'm going to talk about next week, so you guys can look at it and then get involved in the comments and stuff, and so you can converse with us about what you guys think with the game about the games as well. Watch that and then come back and join us on Fridays, okay? So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. We will see you later. And if you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe, ring that bell. If you're watching it everywhere else, give us likes. Yay!
Tell your friends.
That's
play some
right.
board games.
That's right. Play war games. Have fun. Bye, guys.
Bye.